We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. 10:42. Believe it or not, I texted her like at 9:40, 9:50. I was like, oh, I'll be downstairs in a few minutes. It takes this long, like, just for us to just process and get everything going and sit here and,
Well, like also I had to eat my breakfast. So there was that.
Up a little bit. I had to wind yarn. I wound my yarn.
There for that. I had to get the things that this is. I normally do what I'm currently doing, which I can't show you because it would be a spoiler. I normally do what I'm currently doing in front of the TV, like when I eat. Like Dave and I watch typically an hour-long show for lunch and dinner. Like we sit down and we watch a show together. And so, like, I was a school teacher. I can eat an entire 3-course meal in 7 minutes. So, like, I'm like a baby dinosaur. It's like I unhinge my jaw and just shovel. It's not cute. And so when I'm finished with my dinner, there's still like 30 minutes or more of the show left. So I normally bring something downstairs to work on, like I'll turn bags inside out, or I'll, cut tags, or like a million other things that I have to do. And so this is normally what I do in front of the TV, but instead I'm doing it with you.
That's awesome. Well, I thought I would cast on for the hat, and I just read that she got gauged with with a size 10 needle. Or not 10, an 11. I want to use a 10. So you know what I'm going to do?
Change the pattern.
I'm just going to change the stitch multiple, because shocker, I'm going to change the pattern. I'm not changing the style.
I'm so surprised.
I want to do it though. I want to do this because I'm just looking. I'm like 48 stitches ribbing with size 10s. That might be a little snug, just from experience. So I'll get that going. But hello, Lindsay Martin. How was your day yesterday?
What?
How was your day yesterday?
Yesterday was kind of a rough day. I'm not going to lie. It was a very Monday. So the thing I went to work on, I had Dave press fabric. Gave him the wrong thing to press. Doing great. So the thing I was going to work on, I was like, oh, I have to repress all this fabric, but that's like, okay, so that's an hour. I'll just do it, whatever. And a little birdie in the back of my brain was like, you should try it before you cut it all. Really glad I did that, because it didn't work like at all. Despite the fact that I prototyped it and the prototyped work, and I did the math, 7 times, still didn't work. So I had to completely redesign that product, have to recut all that fabric. Like none of the fabric that I have will work. It is too small. Like it is cut at 10 and I need it to be 12. There's no way to fix that.
Oh, that sucks.
So did that, and then had to go to the post office, my chiropractor, whatever, did all that stuff, did the live, all that stuff. And then I was like, I have to finish something today. Like I can't just cut fabric today. Like I have to finish something today. So then I started working on the thing that I'm currently turning right side out, which is tonight's item, which I cannot disclose. It's a secret. And I managed to finish one of each of them in every fabric, which is fantastic. I'm very excited about that. That was my goal. I was able to do that, which was nice, but I was like, it was just like the death of 1,000 cuts again. It was like a sneaky spiral day, like a sneaky hate spiral, where like there's nothing really super bad that happens, but it's like a lot of little inner tiny things that just make you want to like commit murder.
I get you.
Because like I needed to go pick up a prescription, and like it's on autofill. So I live on this side of town. Okay. There's a Walgreens literally on every corner in my town. This is life, right? I'm sure everybody feels that way. And there's a Walgreens that's literally the only way to get to it from my house is through every major sales corridor. Like every major retail corridor is the only way to get there. It doesn't matter how you go. You have to sit through mall traffic or Target traffic or Walmart traffic.
I went to Target on Sunday.
You're brave. And so like this close to the holidays, kids are out of school. Everybody's doing their last minute shopping. I get it. Like I get it, but it's just super long time to get across town. Like it's a good 45 minutes to get across town. I just don't have that time. So I stand in line. My poor little pharmacist is like super overworked. There's only 2 people working. I go to pick up my prescription. And I get there. She's like, we don't have anything for you. I'm like, it literally says in the app that you have this ready. And she's like, we don't have anything. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'll just go home and figure it out. Like, I don't have time. I was standing in line for 45 minutes. I was like, I don't have time to work this out. And so I open the app. She's like, can you show me in the app? I'm like, of course. So I open the app and I show her whatever. And she's like, oh, it's at this other one all the way across town. I'm like, I have had that prescription transferred to this location every month for the last 13 months. Would you like to guess how many times I picked it up over here? Big fat goose egg.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just so furious. I'm like, it's not their fault by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm not mad at them, but I was just like, this is the straw. And like, I got back in the car and Dave's like, well, that took forever. I'm glad you didn't have more than one prescription. I'm like, I don't even have one prescription. Ah. And so like we came home and I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's not a prescription like I will die without or whatever. Like, it's not, it's just like acid reflux medicine. Like, I can skip it for a night. It's not a big deal. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm just not taking it tonight. I'm not driving an hour and a half to wait in a 45-minute line. Like, I'm not doing it. And so a little while later, Dave comes upstairs. He's like, hey, we're out of milk. I'm going to run to the store and grab some milk. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Right. Great. He comes home with cake. That's a good man. He came home with cake.
That's funny.
Like, I bought you cake. And he was so upset. He's like, I tried to find one that was like the least frozen so that you could have a piece of cake before the stream. And I couldn't find one. And I'm super bummed. I'm like, that's cool. I'll have it after the stream. I don't care. It's cake. So it was a rough day, but it ended up being a good day. Like, I figured something new out that saves me a whole bunch of time when I'm sewing an item that makes me hate it less, which is always important.
Which is really great, guys, because it's like one of my favorite things that she makes. Like, she made one years ago and it was like in like, I don't know what you called them, like the clearance discount pile. Like, it was a box in your booth that it was like 3 of these X number of dollars, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was
like, I literally tied them together with ribbon. I was like, make me an offer. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? I'm like, this is amazing. You're like, oh my God, I hate making that. I'm like, this is so fantastic. So you guys are going to be so happy that she loves making this. So I had a couple things happen yesterday. You ready?
Yeah.
So
did you have a Monday too?
No, it wasn't really that bad, but it was like, it's like little things. So this weekend we found out John's aunt passed away of COVID. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Totally sucks. Unexpected. It's just like, it just feels like over the last, year and change. Yes, we've known people who've had COVID. We've known a few people distantly who have died of COVID, but lately we've had quite a few people very closely related to us die of COVID. Right.
Yeah.
And then I found out today that a guy him and his wife, I used to be friends with them when we were in Colorado and we went to this one church. He passed away, but I don't know what he passed away of. My point here is that there just seems a lot of sadness and death and
right.
just sucks. Right. And you pile on this whole pandemic thing and this Omicron thing and all of this, it's nerve wracking, right? There's a point to this.
Yeah.
So, I'm at Kroger, which is King Soopers or Fred Meyer or whatever you guys call it in your area. And I went to go get my prescription, funny you say, because it won't be ready till today. So I had to come back today. And then I was like there with the Laura, I'm like, oh, let's go get a coffee. She goes, okay. So I go over there to get the coffee, right? The lady behind the counter, she wasn't wearing a mask, but granted, I think at this particular at this particular Kroger, they don't have to wear a mask if they're vaccinated. So I wasn't worried about that. However, as she's ringing up my order, she's touching all the buttons, right? She goes like this and wipes it on her pants.
No.
So I take note of this, to which she goes to start grabbing my cup. And I said, oh, can you please go wash your hands? Because you were touching all the buttons. I didn't point out the nose. I just pointed out, you were touching all the buttons.
Okay, even before COVID, if someone had done this and then picked up, I would be not okay.
Correct. No, absolutely. But I mean, just with all of that piled on, I was like, whoa, can you wash your hands? So Laura's behind me. So the girl's looking at me and she looks at me like this, like I'm a total Karen for asking her to wash her hands. She looks at me, she goes, and she goes and washes her hands and then comes back and makes my drink. But I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is where we are. Like, come on, this is not over, So my daughter was laughing at me. She's like, you just totally got like eye rolled. And I said, what do you want me to do? Like,
if you're going to prepare my meal, please do not touch your nose.
Don't touch your nose.
Care if there's a pandemic or not. Look,
yeah,
there's always the flu. That's always
which I'm not I do that. Like, I get it. I do that too, but I'm not going to go cook after that. Anyway, so there was that. The grocery store was fine. Like, it wasn't super duper busy when we were there, which was lovely. I went to go get a gift for my dad, though, and they didn't have them at Duluth, which sucked. So that kind of bit. But I came home and I heard about some things from my customer service team that I want to address.
Okay.
So Sunday, we talked about this yesterday a little bit, that you and I both were just exhausted and we just took some time off, right?
Yeah.
So, and we've talked about this in the past, that on Sunday, Chrissy's the one who's taking the links from the designers, literally copies and pastes the links where they're supposed to go for each day. Right. Now, this is not her only communication with each of the designers. She has been in contact with these designers since August. Okay. Like, it's like a constant contact thing that she's always in. And it's like, I need this information. When you send it to me, she can just copy and paste where it needs to go. So she always puts them in early on Sundays, but she puts in there, this is not going to be live until 9 a.m., but she has to get it in there before she goes to church.
Her whole day at church doing church stuff.
Doing her rightly so. That's her life, you know?
Right. Like, she has a life.
She has a life. So I guess on Sunday, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I didn't realize the span of it. I guess 2 of the 3 codes weren't there, or patterns couldn't be downloaded. Something was wrong. Something went awry.
Okay.
And the thing here is, it was not like Chrissy messed up putting in something on our site. She got misinformation from the designers, right? She's only at the mercy of what she gets. Okay.
Right. Like, if they send her what they need to send her, or if that, like, and it could be that, like, they had an extra space in the URL. Like, there's a million things that can go wrong. It could
be a million things. Not condemning the designers at all. I get it. Life happens. Okay. I'm understanding like that. I get that. However, there are a handful of individuals who feel completely entitled enough to send disparaging, awful emails to my team about not getting a free pattern. To those individuals, I want you to see your way out. You are not allowed to treat my team with anything less than the dignity they deserve. You will not terrorize them in an email. You will not terrorize them in a Facebook post. You will not. I am a nice person. I am understanding. No. My team, me, these designers, we work our asses off. Asses off. You need to say please and thank you. End of story. Please and thank you. And that's it for my public service announcement. If anybody has any questions, please go back and refer to just about 1 minute ago. See your way out. I'm done. You are not allowed to treat anybody on my team the way that they were treated at all. Ever.
Y'all, let me just go ahead and say, as a person who's been friends with Marley Bird for well over a decade, for her to be this irate, I don't want to see that email. I have seen Marley this angry only a handful of times in my life.
That's wrong.
It's just wrong, guys. Like, kindness is free. Kindness is free. There is nothing, like, patience is a virtue. There's literally nothing wrong. Like, I understand if you're frustrated in the holidays, there's a million things going on. I get it. But put your anger if you're angry at something, put it where it's supposed to be. Don't put it on the wrong people. And it's always following customer service representatives, and it's not their fault. Or retail employees, and it's not their fault. If you're mad at somebody, put it on them.
I know. I see a lot of you saying something. You don't have to be sorry. Just don't do it. I know you guys are not doing it. Here's the thing. I'm saying this out loud. All of y'all who are here, you're not the ones that have to hear it. You're not the ones that need to hear it, right? That's not it. I just needed to be said out loud because hopefully those people who need to hear it are hearing it straight from my mouth. I'm not allowing it. I'm not allowing that. I would not allow it in my house. I would not allow it on my track team. I will not allow it. I have never put up with bullies ever my entire life. Ask anybody I went to high school with. I do not suffer a fool. Nope.
That does not shock me, Marley Bird.
I know, right? I know. But I mean, my team works so hard. These designers work so hard. And if they have a mistake in their URL, or they get it to us and something goes awry, they are just as mortified as we are, guys, because they're like, oh my gosh, they know how many of you are excited about this, right?
Yeah, and guys, it's embarrassing. It feels embarrassing to get it wrong. Like, that's a real thing. Like, it's very embarrassing as a maker to like put something out there and then it's wrong, and then everybody has something nasty to say about it. It hurts.
It's hard. It's very hard. So I'm just letting everybody know, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, did you hear Marley Bird, what she said? You're right. You're damn right. I said it. If you're going to be mean to me, if you're going to be mean to my team, if you're going to be mean to other designers, go find yourself another craft. I don't need you at all. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's awful. That's awful. It's just, I mean, there's so much negativity in this world. Why bring more on people who are trying to give you free patterns? Really? Really?
Well, I mean, like the old adage, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. Like, if someone's like, hey, this is a problem, can you help me? My response is always immediately, yes, what can I do? If you come at me with, this is wrong, you need to fix it, you're at the bottom of my list.
Yep.
Because chances are, even if I do fix it, it's not going to be good enough for you. And then I'm going to have to listen to you tell me how I'm not enough. And I did that for 10 years as a teacher. I'm not doing it anymore.
No.
Boundaries are healthy.
You know, there have been times like we've had little issues here and there. I mean, tech problems happen. They just happen.
Yeah.
And we'll get the sweetest emails like, hey, I just want to let you know this, blah, blah, blah. More often than not, we're like, enjoy a free pattern. Please, thank you for bringing it to our attention. Thank you for being so kind. Like,
right.
There's just no need for the meanness and negativity. And then for my team to have to bring it to me, you guys, my team who insulates me and protects me from a lot of the garbage that's out there, for them to be like, I feel so bad, I have to come to you and say this, but this is happening. No. If you guys make me lose my team, oh my gosh, I will be so upset. You guys have no idea how great they are. They are so awesome.
If I could clone Marley's team and afford them, I would.
They are so awesome. So I just want everybody to know, everybody who's in here listening, you guys are all usually really not, I shouldn't say usually, that's a qualifier. You guys are all great. You guys are all great. I've never, like, I'm looking at your names. I've never noticed any of your names over here that's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, that's not it. But to those of you who are going to catch this on the replay and be like, well, she's a bitch. Yep, I sure am. But would you say that if it was a guy who came to you and said, no, you're not allowed to say that to my team? Think about that.
No, he'd be being a good leader.
Yeah, he'd be supporting their team. He'd be, no. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I am protecting my team. I am protecting these other designers because we're not telling them these awful emails that we're getting. No, I'm not telling them. They don't need that. They don't need that. I am so grateful for every single one of these designers who has taken their time to make a place for me on their website. Do you know how big a deal that is? Maybe you don't know how big of a deal that is. That's a very big deal. They put me, my website, my reputation, my everything on something that is the whole kit and caboodle of their business. That's huge. So I thank them very much. I thank them for their time. I thank them for their generosity. I thank them immensely. And I will not allow them to be talked down to. That's just wrong. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that. You know, and I've been in other designers groups and stuff where things are said and, you know, nobody ever comes to anybody's defense and the designer themselves never even comes up and says, hey, we shouldn't say things like that. And I think, I'm sorry, I'm cursing today, but you guys got me all riled up, but I think that's BS. I think if you are going to be a pillar or example in this industry, you need to stand up and say, no, I will not allow you to say those things, treat people like this, vilify things like this, make this a negative environment. There's just no need. So I hate even being angry like this. I don't want to do this, but it had to be said. It had to be said. I'm sorry it had to be said like this. But that's it for me. I think you kind of grasp that I don't appreciate it. Because man,
and like, you know, the hard part about this is that I'm sure your team also received hundreds, if not thousands of emails about how awesome this is. But
we totally do.
I'm not saying that's not, I know that's true. Yeah. But it's so hard because here's the best analogy I can think of. Okay. So if you are buying a new thing that you are afraid to invest in on Amazon, what do? You read the reviews, right? Mm-hmm. If the first review is a negative review, do you buy the item? 90% of the time you won't. For some reason, one negative review, it takes over 100 positive reviews to counteract it in your mind. So even though you're receiving thousands of wonderful thank yous, it's really hard when you get a nasty message because that sticks in your brain. Mm-hmm. It's really hard. It's really, really hard.
Absolutely.
And for Chrissy and your team to bring it to you, I know it must have been pretty bad. But I'm with you, sister.
Yeah. There's just some things there's just enough negativity in the life. I'm not allowing it in this part of my world. I do everything I can to not allow it here. So that's end of that. Public service announcement is done. I love Chrissy. I love Catherine. I love Meg. I love Robin. My team is a
group of amazing people.
Yeah, they are incredible. I'm thrilled. So I told you
Chrissy is hilarious. Those of you who do not know, hilarious. In real life, I've only spoken to her a couple of times, but the voice chats that she sends me are riotous. She's amazing.
She is the best. So Lindsay was with me when I was winding up my ball of, is it suitcase trunk or
wardrobe trunk?
Wardrobe trunk. So I wound it up, have my size 10s here. I have a pattern out there. I use size 10s and I cast on 80 stitches. And this says 48. So I'm is my gauge just really that different from what
or is her bulky, or maybe it was a super bulky instead of bulky. Did we read it wrong?
I'm looking. It does say super bulky. It does. So I have to change the pattern anyways. Okay, that's not a problem. Yeah, because
to be off by that many stitches, it has to be a yard.
Yeah, it was a super bulky. We misread. See, even the pros make a mistake, guys.
Can I just say that I was you know what I'm gonna do while I'm doing a very repetitive thing, okay? I'm putting zippers on bags. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting this part on. It's very repetitive, and I was you know what I'll do? I'll take inventory while I'm doing it. Did I do that? No. Are they now all inside out so I can't just count really fast? Yes.
That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to cast on as we're talking just a little bit here. You want to hear, did I tell you the story of me going to Starbucks the other day with John?
No.
Okay. All right, y'all. So there's got to be some backstory. I can't knit and do this at the same time. We're going to do some backstory with this at the same time. So my son, Caden, none of my kids have a job right now. Okay. This is a huge discussion at my home right now. None of my kids have a job, and yet they find their way to go buy meals, buy Starbucks, buy the things, right? Because they have Apple Pay, which is our credit card. So for the most part, I would say 9 times out of 10, they absolutely ask. And when I say they, I'm totally talking about Caden because the other two don't use it. Caden, 9 times out of 10 asks. And we consciously gave him that card because we know we aren't with him all the time. I didn't want him to have his own card. It's the safest way all the way around, right? Unless he had his own money, which part of the reason he has not had a job is 1, he does not drive. 2, he has been in sports this whole time. There's a whole reasoning behind it. Okay.
Right.
But he does need to get a job because now he has a girlfriend. He's trying to go out more. He's spending more money. It's okay, you need to let's start making some money. Jump forward to, I noticed he's been getting these Starbucks drinks that we found out about when we were in Colorado for a throwing event. We were all at DIA. Long story short is Caden was in line at Starbucks at DIA behind some guy. They were striking up a conversation. This guy was like, you need to try this drink. It's fabulous. He ordered it. The guy ended up buying it for Caden and Teddy. And then they've all fallen in love with this drink, right? It's like a $10 drink. It's an ice brown sugar, oat milk, shaken oat milk, something drink. But you take out the oat milk, you add sweet cream. So it's sweet cream instead of oat milk. You double the number of brown sugar syrup shots, double the number of brown sugar syrup. You add sweet cream foam, you do caramel drizzle, and if you're feeling extra bougie, you do an extra 2 shots of espresso. Okay? This is a very expensive drink.
It sounds delicious, but that's a lot of sugar. Like, did someone strap a jetpack to his back, Lord?
You take a drink of this, and it's delicious. It's delicious.
I'm sure. I mean, it sounds delicious.
It sounds good. So I know
it also sounds like I would crash so hard that I'd be like,
right?
Like, so, it would almost be like I'm a little tipsy at the end.
Yeah. So whenever Caden gets an opportunity, he tries to get this drink. Well, I noticed last week during finals, he had this drink like 4 times, right? 4 times. We're talking like $40, if not more. I sat him down. I said, hey, I just need you to know, I talked to him about getting a job. Yeah. Okay, Mom, I get it. Okay. So we're moving forward here. So here's Sunday. John and I are coming home. We pass a Starbucks. Well, I guess the last drink Caden had, it was the first time John had a sip of it. And so as we're pulling into Starbucks, he goes, you know what? I want to get that drink Caden gets. And I go, oh, okay. He goes, I know it's really crazy. I'll text him what it is. I said, no, I know what it is. I know what it is. He's like, okay. So we pull up to the drive-through. I order my chai latte and I'm like, all right, so here's the next drink. And they're like, okay. So I said, I need a venti iced brown sugar shaken oat milk latte, whatever it's called. And I said, but scratch the oat milk, add sweet cream. She goes, okay. And I said, and then double the number of brown sugar pumps. Okay. So that makes it 12 because it's 6. So it makes it 12. Yeah, it makes it 12. And then I said, okay, so follow me here. Add sweet cream to the top and then a caramel drizzle on top too. She goes, okay. I said, I know. It's the most bougie drink ever. To which she says, and I quote, oh, it's okay. We have a regular here that orders that exact same drink. I go, oh.
Is his name Caden?
Probably my son. And she goes, oh, maybe, I don't know. And I was like, oh my gosh. So as we drive around, this young girl, and I'm just like, I'm sure it's Caden. I'm sure it's Caden. I mean, I'm just like, so I come home and I tell Caden, he starts laughing. He's like, that's so funny. He goes, I've been there like 4 times this week. I'm like, yeah, we've had this conversation, right? Anyways, I was just like, signs that your kid has been going to Starbucks too much. Oh, by the way, I told you Joey got a B+ or a B-, one of the two on his verbal Spanish. He says that he aced his written Spanish. He goes, it was so easy. Everything was great. We'll see when the grades come out, but I'm very excited about that. He was like, okay, great.
I tend to believe him. He knows when he does a bad job.
Yeah.
Like, and though he doesn't turn in his work, okay? Like, we all know that that's the reality. He doesn't turn in his work. He is so intelligent. That is typically a sign of a very highly intelligent person.
I know. I hope he's successful in life.
I think he will be, friend. Like when I was there and I was doing fabric, he started asking me questions because he's like, you were a teacher, right? I'm like, yeah, I was a teacher. And he's like, and he started asking me questions and I was like, well, here's some things that you probably don't know about your education. And he was like, I was like, do some research on this. And he was like, okay. And like, he's putting it into his phone. Like, he's not just like,
no, he will.
He's like, I can't believe that's true. And I was like, yeah, here's something else. And I was like, look up how standardized tests became a thing. Look up. And he was like, and like, I could feel it. Like, and he was trying to like, he's being like super cool. Like, it's not cool to talk to Lindsay. It's being cool. Leaning on the side of the couch, just like super nonchalant, right? Like, super chill. But I could see his eyes getting like, like that slow motion.
He's the biggest deep thinker I have. Yeah. Like he thinks super duper deeply, and he'll amaze you with the things he knows. Like one day we were talking about something. He goes, Mom, did you know a black hole, blah, blah. Like he just starts, it's like he's talking stuff I don't know. Things I was like, wow, that's really interesting. I said, where'd you learn that? He goes, oh, I just read it the other day. Like he was just reading about it. I was like, damn.
Just because,
Just because. Yeah, that's exactly it. And I'm like, dude.
Physics for fun.
It's just crazy. All right. So somebody's on here and she says, Melinda Adams, the mobile app is how I roll, or I can't remember. I don't even have the app. That was the other thing. Caden got mad at me. He's like, "You're not using your Starbucks app." And I'm like, "I don't have one." He goes, "I put it on your phone, Mom." To which I felt super old.
You're
I
not
put it on
old,
your
Marley.
phone. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
You're not old.
What is this? Deborah Monroe. Can I just tell you when I read Monroe, I was like, Monroe.
Every time I see her name, I do the same thing. Every time I'm like, oh, okay.
I know.
Sorry.
I got my order from We Crochet yesterday from the Double Dillo. Okay, the Double Dillo. I had no idea what I got half the yarn for. My order from Erin Lane shows up today. Happy Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to you. That is fantastic. Sharon says that she also likes chai lattes. They're my favorite, although I order them at Kid Temp so I can literally guzzle them down because otherwise I burn my mouth.
You can order something at Kid Temp so you can guzzle it.
Kid Temp is like, so it's like steaming hot. Kid Temp is just not that hot. Like you can actually drink your stuff. Just say Kid Temp. It's still hot, but you could actually drink it.
Okay,
so
it's
the best thing ever.
What's so funny is that like I'm very excited about that. I can't have caffeine. I haven't had caffeine in. Are you ready for this You ready for this number? I did the math the other day. You ready for this number? 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ready for this? I've been married to my husband for 20 years tomorrow. 20 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And so I haven't had caffeine. So like I don't drink coffee. I haven't had coffee. I don't even drink tea. Tea has caffeine in it. I do not do decaf. Decaffeinated tea. If you don't know this, I worked in a tea shop for 10 years. Or 5 years. To get decaffeinated tea, they steep the tea leaves, they dry them again. And because that removes most of the original caffeine, that's how it's decaffeinated. It still has caffeine. Same with coffee. Same with coffee.
Well, I mean, decaffeinated coffee and decaffeinated tea, you might as well be eating gluten-free Oreos. I mean, come on, they're just not the same. I'm just saying. It's real.
And so, like, I don't do decaf. Okay, like I don't risk it. If I drink tea, it's technically it's called a tisane. It's herbal. I do herbal teas. My personal favorite is Harney and Sons. I think it's like October Harvest. It's delicious. But like I haven't had caffeine that long. So when you say Kid Temp, do you know what I'm gonna guzzle at Starbucks? Hot chocolate.
Hey, that's good though. That's good.
Theirs is really because so here's the thing. There's a Dunkin' really close to our house and a Starbucks really close to our house. My husband loves a latte in the afternoon.
I love a Dunkin' coffee.
So Dave does not have a sweet tooth. Okay. He is the fact that my husband had a piece of cake with me last night is like a red letter event. Okay. He has no sweet tooth. He just prefers spicy or savory. He just always has. I have a sweet tooth. You can tell by the size of my butt.
I hear you. I feel that.
I mean, did I buy myself double stuffed Oreos and I'm saving them to just pound a whole package on Christmas Day?
Are you going to try it with the mustard?
I am. I'm going to try it.
I got to try it. I got to
try it.
Do you have them there? I think
no, I mean, like, they're in my pantry.
We should do that. We should do it together.
We'll do it. We'll do
it together. Okay.
And and I don't know because I don't drink lattes because I can't have caffeine. So what I think is that Dunkin's latte milk is a little sweeter, or like they add a little sweetener to it because he prefers Starbucks because he says it's not as sweet. And like when my husband orders a latte, I want to be very clear. He orders a large or venti hot latte. That's it. There's no flavor. He doesn't want caramel. Don't touch it. Espresso, milk, done. That's what he wants. Okay. Because when I order it, I'm always like, can I get a large or venti hot latte? And the next question is, what flavor do you want? None. Are you sure? Yes.
Yes.
And so he doesn't. What?
I don't have a sweet tooth. I have a whole mouth of sweet teeth.
Carly, yes, girl. So he likes Starbucks better than Dunkin' because he says it's not as sweet, right? I don't know. I like Dunkin's hot chocolate better, but the problem is when you get to the bottom of a Dunkin's hot chocolate, it's basically just sugar. Like it's so sweet if you're not careful and you're just like going, you're like, And it takes a lot for me to say something is too sweet.
What's it like if you go too far?
No, not going it again. You're on your own.
You
got it videotaped. You can record it.
What's that like again?
Because like the other worst thing, okay, so this is just like a real thing for me. The other thing that I think is the worst is like if I'll forget I have a hot chocolate and then I'm like, oh, and I have like 2 swallows left and it's cold and that's sweet. It's basically just like, bleh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And yes, Michelle, we did say mustard.
Yeah. So I watched a TikTok last night. I'm funny. It was the girl was angry. She was angry because she was eating gluten-free, really thin Oreos. Those weren't even Oreos. Those were just like chocolate wafers.
Thank you.
Apparently,
I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. If you're a person who can't have gluten because you have like a medical thing, that's
get it.
Like, this is a way to have them. But like, that is never going to be my life.
No, like, and I get that, but my she's not a niece. I guess she's a cousin, but she feels like she's a niece. She has celiac. Like, she has had it since she was, before they knew what celiac was. She had it. Like, she was one of the people that was like, here's what. Anyway, so I get it. I'm not downplaying gluten. My sister cannot have gluten. Like, I get it. But the thing here, I think this woman is like challenged to try different things. I'm not real sure. I don't know. I was on a TikTok, like, you know, where you just go from one to the next, and it popped up, and it said, she was like, I'm already real mad about this. I gotta try this. And it was like, have you tried Oreos with mustard? It's delicious. And so she tried it and she was like, it's so good. In the comments I read, somebody said that the ingredients in mustard, like the turmeric and the mustard seed, are always paired really well with chocolate in general.
That makes sense. They were sweet, yeah.
And then the vinegar in the mustard combines with the sugar in the chocolate and the middle part, and it makes it more balsamic like. So supposedly that's why the pairing is so good. So of course you think to yourself, this sounds absolutely hideous, but now I gotta try it. Like, now I'm like,
so
that's something.
Do you want to hear something that everybody laughs at me about that I freaking love?
What?
Okay, everyone laughs at me, and I laughed at my mom because, ooh, that's gross, Mom, but she was right. Do you like banana bread?
I love banana bread.
Have you ever put cream cheese on it?
No, but I will.
Because it's good, girl.
Oh, I will.
It's real good.
I think we've talked about this before. Grilled cheese, raspberry or strawberry preserve jelly on top. Life-changing. Like, I grew up with that. Like, I didn't realize that was a thing that not everybody did. I went to college and I was smothering my grilled cheese with jelly, and the whole table was like, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? What am I doing? You know?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So then here's somebody else like dipping theirs in ketchup, and I'm like, oh, that just sounds awful. And they're like, yours looks hideous. And I said, okay, I will try yours if you will try mine. So we did. And she was like, oh, yours is good. I'm like, yours is awful. And so like, I will not do that. And she was like, where's that jelly? And so she's like, so now she always puts jelly on her grilled cheese too, because it's the bomb. It's so good. Always.
So it makes me feel better. Like, over here in the chat, everybody's talking about how they like cream cheese on their banana bread. Oh, yes. Thank you, y'all. Yes. Also, let me just tell you, okay, so here's the thing that's like been a game changer for my marriage.
Yes. Fig jelly. Get fig jelly too.
Yes.
Like a fig jam on cream. Oh, damn, I'm hungry. Deb Monroe, we can be friends. Like,
yes,
we can have a party together.
You know what else I really enjoy? Pimento cheese with you get the super sweet baby cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. Pimento cracker, pimento cheese, cherry tomato, perfection.
Oh, that sounds great.
I refer to that as my adult cheese snacks.
That sounds good.
So here's the thing that's been a game changer for my marriage. I believe that banana bread should have walnuts in it.
I do too.
My husband does not.
Okay. Do you make 2 loaves?
If we make 2 loaves, we throw a whole loaf away. Like, it gets
that
stale.
just does not happen in our house.
Well, I don't have kids.
No, mine's John. John won't even wait for it to cool before he's trying to get into it.
I love it.
It's hilarious.
So during 2020, the height of the pandemic, Susie asked me to host a Pampered Chef party, right? And I was like, absolutely, because she didn't know if she was going to be able to go back to work, because she works with children who would be considered to have comorbidities. So she was like, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm trying to make money. I'm like, sure, I'll throw a party, no problem. And I ended up doing very well. I was very surprised. And she was like, well, what do you want? And I was like, well, I guess I'll get this like mini loaf pan. I don't know. Like I had that much credit left. I was like, I'll try it. And now Dave and I can have individual. So like half of them have nuts and half of them do not. And they're like, it's exactly one serving size. Y'all, game changer.
All right. Here's the thing. Make meatloaf in that.
He's going to do that.
Perfect little individual things of meatloaf. That's how I make meatloaf.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's doing that actually for Christmas. That's what he's doing.
That's what we did for Christmas last year. I love meatloaf. This sounds delicious. Meatballs and grape jelly and chili sauce in the crock pot.
I've had that. It's very good.
Have you? That sounds. I could do that. That sounds delicious.
I think that's a very Southern thing. Because like I've seen that a lot.
I've never had that.
I've had that tons.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too here, guys. This sounds great. I feel like we need like an appetizer, like party thing. Yes, I do this. Potato chips on peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Ruffles potato chips in between my peanut butter and jelly, or sour cream and onion. That's some good stuff right there. Come to me for all the recipes, y'all. It's really good. I love banana bread and cream cheese. That I'm going to have to give that a whirl.
It's so good. It's so good.
Have you had banana bread French toast?
I don't like French toast.
Oh, there's a French restaurant here that makes banana bread French toast. It's like decadent. Like
I would think amazing. That I would probably like. I just don't like French toast because here's the thing. Like I need protein for breakfast.
Well, I usually have bacon. Of course, I'm not going to eat breakfast without bacon. Let's be honest. Come on here.
But like, it's Dave loves, which is hilarious. This is the thing I don't understand. He loves French toast for breakfast. Loves it.
I love French toast.
No Sweet Tooth loves French toast. Sweet Tooth, not a fan.
I love French toast. I make a French toast like I'm going to call it like a casserole, but that's not what it is. Like you cook it you make it overnight. Like you let it sit overnight. When you get it, oh gosh, it's so good the next day. And then there's another. Oh, I can't think. If Selena Baca were watching, she could tell me. When she came over, when we were at Sun River with Anne, Selena lives right there. So she came over for a brunch, and I made a casserole dish for breakfast. And now she makes it all the time. I haven't made it forever. And I've totally forgotten what it is, but it is so good too. Anyways.
Sounds like another YouTube channel, Recipes After Dark.
That would be even funnier if I lived in Colorado still and we were doing Colorado type things. Recipes for you. Right. All right. So anyways, that's enough about all of that. Now that I'm like super hungry. Okay. You ready to see what
I think I'm gonna have to order some food from the grocery store to be delivered because I can't go to the grocery store today, but like I could have somebody deliver it to me and tip them very well. And then I could have pimento cheese snacks. I could also make myself a peanut butter jelly sandwich with Ruffles because I don't have Ruffles. That sounds delicious.
The salt. It's the salt.
It's the salt. I think there's probably going to be a grocery order in my very near future.
Here you go. Go for it. I love these glasses. I keep saying it. I love these glasses.
Cute. They're so cute.
They're so comfortable. Okay. 24 days of quickies. Let's share. I mean, that's what you guys are here for, right? Not this banter back and forth. We're crazy. All right. Where am I? I'm already down here. That's crazy. I didn't even do that on purpose, y'all. Okay. December 21st. You guys know the drill. That's the URL. You know how to get here. Go to the bottom. Crochet Truffles and Treasures has a sweet little Santa pattern for you today. Click here. That is a cute little Santa pattern.
That's an adorable Santa.
That is miniature Santa gnome Christmas ornament free crochet pattern. You guys know you could read through all of this if you wish. I'm going to try and get down to where the 24 days of quickies is mentioned. Hopefully it is. But these are all the instructions. So if you're catching this on the replay and you've made it this far, because Let's be honest, it could be you started, you're like, I'm not interested in that. You see, you've made it this far. This is a free pattern still on her website. It's probably still available as an ad-free PDF for purchase. But if you're here for 24 days of Quickies, which it looks like it's right here, you can get it for free on Ravelry, MBQ30. Oh, nope. For a very limited time, you can grab the ad-free PDF copy of this pattern here. This offer will disappear soon. Be sure to grab it while you can. Don't forget, you can use the code MBQ30 in my Ravelry store to get 30% off your entire purchase. Code expires tonight at midnight. So
that's really generous.
Yeah, MBQ30 gets you 30% off the entire Ravelry store. So we'll take a look at the Ravelry store, but let's click here first. All right, so this takes you to the downloadable PDF, which is great. So I'm just going to save it into
He's really cute, y'all.
That is adorable. Adorable. All right, and then we're going to come back here. And is that going to take us to Ravelry? How do I get to Ravelry? That's MBQ in Ravelry. I want to get to her Ravelry store. I just want to like a direct link to it. I'm going to see if it's up here. Oh, look, I totally missed this. I designed this guy as part of the 24 days of Quickies. Be sure to check out all the amazing events. Follow me for the instructions to make your own adorable little gnome. There has to be a link to her Ravelry store, right?
I would think so.
All right, so I'm going to click here just to see what that does. Oh, that's just an ad. All right,
yeah,
hold on.
I'm wondering if that ad thing is doing that weird thing where it covers somebody's thing.
It could be. I am going to. I've said this for years. This is just an unfortunate shape. Can I just say that?
I've said it for years as well.
It does not look good.
Yep.
All right, so she should have a link to her Ravelry store. So treasures, trinkets and treasures, trifles in treasures. I'm gonna guess that is her Ravelry name too. So maybe I'm just gonna copy that and see if I can find her on Ravelry, and then we can give you guys the link. Let's do advanced search. Let's see if we can see. Is that her? All right, so that's her website. So this has to be her. T Coin is her. Here it is. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys
all the cute little.
She's got a lot of cute stuff. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the chat. So that's her Ravelry. I'm gonna stick it into the video description box too, so that way if you guys are watching and you want to try and get to it, since I don't know, maybe I just missed it on her website. I don't know, but I want you guys to be able to see it. So if you're in here, Tara
Laurie says that you can go to the shopping on the top bar. Well, there you go, Laurie. Thank you.
I just didn't know. See, I'm just not used to all this. She is a very prolific designer too. All sorts of cute stuff in here. So this is her portfolio. To find out what she has for sale, you want to come over here to Pattern Store. Maybe. Thinking. And in here is where you can see all the different patterns she has available for purchase. So if you're interested in using that coupon code, make sure you do that. Come over here, check out all of her patterns. There is quite a few here. Those are cute. There's quite a few here. Like if you're like looking for something particular, you know, maybe it's one of these gnomes or amigurumi, or I have no idea. You can come over here and check all of this out for sure. All right, guys. Okay, so
look at the little death.
I know that's the grim. That's cute. That's cute. All right, so that is today's first crochet one. Here's the second crochet one, and this is the one I used for today's image. Sigoni Macaroni has the ultimate cozy hooded scarf for you today. That does look super cozy, and I love a hooded scarf, and it has pockets. It's got pockets. It's got pockets. Super cute. You know, I love me some fur yarn. This stuff is super furry. I know that Yarnspirations has some really, really thick, deep fur like that too. I just cannot think of the name for the life of me right now. Because this is the fur from another company. But let's see here. Did I skip? Tell me if you see anything about 24 Days of Quickies. It's right there.
Right there.
Get the free PDF today only by clicking the photo below and use the code Quickie. Oh man, that makes it super easy. Thank you for making this super easy. So we'll click that in just a minute, okay? So I want to keep going here. You can see here, go for faux, thick and quick. A large crochet hook, which I know they have with Prim, which are they're actually really good to hold. A video to help you out with making it. And then here are the instructions free on the website as well. So if you're catching this on the replay, you can absolutely still get this. I really like that.
It's really good.
That is really super cute. I mean, and what other, I mean, I literally have never looked at any colors. I was wondering if maybe it showed the colors. Oh, look. So there's lots of other colors, I guess. Oh, discontinued. Oh no, the bonus bundle has been discontinued, but it looks like the yarn has not been I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm just looking at the colors because I like that color. Is that the color it's made in? It's like a sable-y color. I was just curious what else they had available in the colors. So it's a 7 jumbo weight yarn. Wow. Yeah, I've never.
So really, it's gonna work up real fast too.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna come back up here. Obviously, you guys know. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? I forgot to save. Oh, she already has it in there. It already included Quickie, so it's already all. She's the best. Sagoni Macaroni got it all done for me. That's so awesome. Oh, I forgot to. I was gonna make that. I've got to go in here and organize this up. Remind me so that way I'm ready to go next year. So I have all of my Quickies in one place.
Between Chrissy and I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I know that she was on here last year because I thought it was such a cute name. I do believe. But I'm going to just scroll through here so you guys can see some of the patterns she does have available for purchase on her website. And these are really, really low prices. Sagoni, if you're watching, I know what your take home is after PayPal takes their little bit there. You need to at least double your prices because she's like making pennies on the, like, it's just nothing. These are great. Lots of really
all of these are really great. I think she was on last year.
I think she was like super cute, easy stuff. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So you can go check her out. And she does have 35 designs on here. So you can check out all of her designs. You can look at her portfolio. Or better yet, go check out her website. Look at some of the fun stuff she has over here. She looks fun. Can you say that? She looks fun. Yeah. I mean, I know you can see people and you think they look like they're fun. Like I think Justin Timberlake looks like he's fun. I think not Jimmy Kimmel. Who's the other one?
James Corden?
No. Justin Timberlake's like best friend in late night TV.
I love that you think that I would know that.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Somebody, like I can see his face right in front of me and I cannot think of his name right now. Somebody help me. Anyways, that guy, like, I think he would just be just the best ever, like just to hang out with.
Jimmy Fallon.
Who?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Yes.
That was not me. That is the chat. That is not me.
Yes. Jimmy Fallon. I think he's one of those people you look at, you're like, oh, he looks like he's fun. He looks fun. Jimmy Fallon. The Rock. He looks like he's a lot of fun. So
you know what I think is the best about The Rock? Do you follow him on Facebook? I follow him.
Oh yeah.
He'll be driving down the street and he'll be like, oh my God, it's The Rock. He will literally stop his car, get out, and like take pictures with you. He
just seems like just the funnest guy ever. I think he's great.
I agree.
So yeah, Jimmy Fallon. I mean, so yeah, you guys see what I mean by saying she looks fun. She looks just like those other people look like they're fun. But you can check out some of her other stuff here. I mean, this is just a great little website you can come and check out. All right, so that is Sagoni Macaroni. And then we have Stitch and Hustle is back again today with a gorgeous beanie pattern. Click here for the free pattern. So as you know, Michelle is a by crafty person. So she knits and crochets. So she is really great about coming here and giving us both knit and crochet items. I mean, I think this is her 4th pattern, you guys. I mean, 4 patterns that she's been offering. So it's really, really fantastic. So thank you, Michelle Costa, very much for doing that. You can sign up for her newsletter. Stitch and Hustle is the name. Ledge Beanie free knitting pattern.
It's so cute.
So this was done for Knit Crate Bonanza of Patterns, and I'm so excited to be bringing it to you for free. And as a very special treat, as part of Marley Bird's 24 Days of Quickies, you can download the pattern here this month only. So for the whole month, that's the way I would take it. I don't know if that's true or not, so get it today just in case, but just click that button that I just was at and then download it to your e-reader, whatever it is that you are storing everything on. And then you'll have it in place. Great. That's cute. That looks very simple.
I really like that. Sometimes you just need a simple pattern like that. I love a quick, simple beanie as a gift. I really do.
Yeah. You know what I thought about doing? This is a total side note here. So right here, you see where she has the things like 8 through 10, but then she has the bullet points, like a big circle there. So I've thought of doing things like that and then putting like the bullet points underneath, so like it'd be like 8, 9, 10, so that you could check them off. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I love that idea.
Right? Don't you think that'd be cool? I just feel like it'd be something I have to explain every time, but I think it's such a handy thing. But at the same time, there's other tools out there for helping you read patterns, you know, that are online, like Knit Companion and such, that you wouldn't need it. I still print my patterns. I'm that person.
Okay, here's the thing. I do not do well staring at a computer all day. If I have to design fabric and I'm staring at the computer all day, I have about 6 hours of good work before I'm just like, I'm out.
Yep.
If I'm at a sewing machine or if I'm knitting, I've got a good 10 hours in a day where I'm just like, go, 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 go. It's something different. So I'm going to be honest. I'm an old school person. I print my pattern out and I write on it.
Yep, I do too.
Because I need to be like, this is the size you're making for when you stop this later.
Yeah, I use these little plastic things. I got them at the Loopy U several years ago, and then I use Post-it notes that I put on the paper inside the plastic so they don't fall away. And then I just keep these. I don't know. I have for years.
Do you know how many patterns I have in Pattern Keepers just all over my?
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do. Those pattern keepers are cool. So I'm going to tell you just really quickly. Remember I told you what Anne said? We're all looking at things so close to us that our eyes are moving like this. Make sure that you put something up further away from your sewing desk. So that way you can look far away to have your eyes straighten out.
Oh, I do. So when you're sewing, so you know when you drive your car, you don't drive at the end of your car. You drive very far ahead of you. You know what I'm talking about? At least that's the way you should drive.
Yes, that's how I drive.
People out there. When you sew, everyone thinks you should look at the needle. If you're looking at the needle, you're too late.
Yeah.
You should be sewing like here. And so like I'm glancing back and forth from the needle to like where my hand is quite a bit. But then like I change my thread real regular. So like I need black thread, then I need red thread, then I need yellow thread, then I need green thread, then I need blue thread. So like I have to I'm up and down, like looking at the wall that's significantly further away from my machine. So like I'm doing that. I think that's why I don't like being on the computer, because it does do that with my eyes. Because like after 6 hours, I'm literally like, I can't do it anymore. I can't stare at a computer anymore.
Yeah. Well, good. All right. So we have a holiday armadillo. So I'm coming back here. Trifles and Treasures is offering 30% off at her Ravelry store. So we already know that. So she had wrote that in the thing as well. So there you go. So you can click here. How convenient is that? The Ravelry code I went searching for is on my own website. Yeah,
This is proof that you really don't look before we do this. I really
don't look. You know what? I don't look because I trust Chrissy. I don't look because I want to have the same experience you guys all do, going in there to search for things, you know, because it helps me realize things, that how we can improve. It also helps me find the stuff for you guys too. Like, it's just a great way to do it. So anyways, there are today's free patterns. So only a couple more days, you guys. Couple more days together. People keep saying they're going to miss us. I'm going to miss
talking every day. Like last year I was like, I kind of wandered on. Dave's like, you seem off. And I'm like, I didn't talk to Marley today. And he's like, you didn't. I was like, yeah, I didn't get my Marley today. And he's like, well, you should give her a call. I'm like, she's busy. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
It's interesting because when I don't talk to you for a while, John will make a comment. He's like, the comment is usually, you've been going to bed early. That means you're not talking to Lindsay very much, because you guys usually talk really late at night and whatnot, And I'm like, yeah, I know. He goes, everything all right there? And I'm like, oh yeah, both of us just been really busy, and just sometimes we don't connect. And then we get things like this where if we weren't live, guys, we still would be talking. Like, this is what we do. Like, she's one of my best friends, y'all. She's great.
Yeah. I can't live without my Marley bird.
Yay. All right, 21. Ooh. All right. 21. There's even a 25. We're going to have to come on Christmas Day just to open this, because there's a 25.
Well, that seems reasonable.
And then,
or do you open it on Christmas Eve? Because some people do Christmas on Christmas Eve.
We do Christmas on Christmas Eve.
We don't. We're Christmas people. Christmas Day people.
21.
Because my husband gets up real early. He lets me sleep in on Christmas, because normally I'll have just finished HANKMAS. Normally HANKMAS ends on the 24th, but this year we're doing it different. He gets up early. He lets me sleep in. He makes me a huge breakfast. Like, I don't like regular. I mean, like, I like pancakes, but I prefer potato pancakes, Kartoffelkuchen. And he makes me potato pancakes, bacon, fried eggs, hash browns, like the whole kit and caboodle. And then I get up and we watch Christmas movies. And then we don't really have lunch. Then we have like a huge dinner.
Got it.
And that's really what we do. So that's we're Christmas people.
We're going to have Christmas breakfast, and then we're going to the movies. We always go to the movies on Christmas. So we're going to go see Spider-Man. And then we're coming home, and my mom makes the best tacos. So we're having tacos and refried beans, I'm not making refried beans. We're making pinto beans that we then have homemade tortillas, and you dip in the pinto beans, and they're just delicious. So we're having that for dinner.
Okay. I'm going to need your refried bean recipe, or my husband's going to murder me.
My grandma gave it to me. So it's another tin, you guys. And remember I told you that all of these
cute that little bird is.
Yeah, so that's her watercolor art. And it's a bird, y'all. Look how pretty it is. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stick, not those ones. That was the increase, decrease. These are the bigger size stitch markers and the bigger size row counter. I'm going to put into the birds, because they're for the birds. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And then put that. I'm actually going to put this on my desk. I'm not putting that away. All right, so that's that one. 21. So, something we didn't talk about yesterday. Well, we talked about yesterday, but we didn't talk about that I did yesterday. I shipped all of those packages, y'all. I did it.
Mine's supposed to arrive tomorrow.
Yeah, it took me an hour to do. I hated every minute of it, but it's done. And Lindsay showed me how I could save money. Save money with Geico. So she helped me save money, and I was in shock of how much I was able to save. And when everything was said and done, like Alora was like, well, Mom, I could do things like this for you. You could do this. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because like when we were in French Lick, I was explaining to my mom and dad, like, because, you reach a point in your business where it's like, how do you grow? What is the next step to grow farther? And, when you're not growing pains, we're going to get to that. But when you're going to start to grow, it takes an outlaying of money before you start getting the money return, right? It's difficult. It's very, very difficult, especially in this industry, right? So I'm like, well, one of the things that we could do is actually generate like a merchandise type store, or a store of like Marley's favorite things that I only sell things that I really do enjoy, or one where I actually put together kits for these workshops that I'm putting together. And everybody's like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. I said, but you guys forget, one, I don't have, like, that would require extra space. Like I would have to have extras. I'm not willing to give up what I have so far here. Like I love what I have going on here.
Let me just,
what?
I need as much space as you have, and I'm operating in half that space.
Yeah.
If I turned my camera around and y'all saw what my studio looked like right now, you would scream.
You know what? I found a picture of what I was working in Colorado the other day, and I showed John. He was like, oh my gosh. And that was a decent sized space. But remember, I only had half of the basement finished.
Yeah.
So I don't have the space. And then I was like, you forget, I don't like to ship. Like I hate shipping. I said, then you have the inventory issue. You have all these things. I'm like, guys, it's a bigger deal than what you guys might really think it really is.
There's a lot of logistics that people don't see.
Right. And I said, not only that, like you have the money that goes into, you have to buy the items, you have to, pay for all these things, you have to, all the stuff. And I was just like, oh, I just don't think I could do it. To which my mom was like, okay, look, if you end up doing something like that and you can figure out a way to pay somebody like a full-time job to do that, I will take that job. I was like, oh man, like even with the idea of that my mom would handle it all, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do it. Because it's just so much work, you guys. It's just so much work. I got to find this picture now because I want to be able to show you the difference, like the tale of two cities sort of thing. Oh my gosh. I want to show you. I can't find it.
I'm really hoping that in 2022 I can get into my own space and get it out of my house.
I hope you can too, because I think that would be really great for you.
Like the thing that I am violently aware of right now is that I need 2 cutting tables and I can only fit 1 in my current space because my cutting table, to give you guys an idea, my cutting table is 4 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah, you need a bigger space.
And I need 2 of them.
You definitely need a bigger space. Definitely.
What I love is whenever I go to the dog park and people ask me what I do, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm a seamstress. That's the easiest way to explain it.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it must be so great to work at home. I'm like, you know what? I don't work at home. I live at work. It's a different thing. Like there's Erin Lane in almost every.
That is such a true statement right there.
Like there is Erin Lane in every room but my bedroom and my husband's office. There's Erin Lane in like the eat-in kitchen. It's designed by a man. It's very clearly designed by a man. The flooring is terrible. There's no way to put a table in there and still be able to walk around the island and also get out the back door. So it's just this weird dead space. Okay. It's just stupid. So like I have closed crates in that space stacked. I have them in my dining room. I have muslin in my dining room. Most of my garage has storage in it. Obviously all of my studio space, like the bonus room in my house, and what was a guest room is the stock room. The only ones in my house that do not have Erin Lane in them are my bedroom and my husband's office. And like, I would really, really, really like to have a house like that I can walk, like there's not boxes of muslin just like living somewhere because that's the only place they can be.
I would like you to have a house. I think having anything like that would be great for you. I think it would be really good. Dude, I am not going to find it. I got it.
So that's my big goal for 2022 is to get a space. It's just hard to explain to like a realtor. Like they're like, well, you get this. I don't want foot traffic. Like I don't want retail. I don't want people to walk in. I want to get like, this is a working sewing studio. I do not like, obviously I would have events where like you could come and shop. Duh. I'm not going to not do that. But like, there would not be like shopping hours. That's right. Not how that would be.
Right. Yeah, that is tricky. Dude, this is just taking way more time than I expected this to take. So I apologize because I thought it was just going to pull right up and then it is not. Because it just pulled up the other day. I was like, wow, look at that. Like it was shocking.
It pulled up on my memories the other day, like where you tagged me on Facebook where I like, and I say other day, it was probably like October. I don't know. Where I came when I came, it seems to be a theme. I come to your house and rearrange your yarn.
Oh, are you trying to say something here?
No, like I just think it's hilarious.
Look at this. I was like, here's one. This is totally not anything that we were talking about. So that is Donna from Nastasia.com, everybody. That's when we met. So I know a lot of people, Nastasia. She's delightful. I really like her a lot. She's fantastic.
But what's super funny is that everybody keeps telling me, like, I talk to a bunch of people all the time about like how I want a space because it's like the thing in my mind that I want. Like that's the thing I'm going for. And everyone's like, oh, you should just get a bigger house. And I'm like, I don't want my job at my house anymore. They're like, oh, but the commute, the overhead. And I'm like, oh, you could just do it. Like finish off your garage. I'm like, my garage is the same size as my bonus room. It's not big enough. Like, no. I just love when people are, like And they are all well-meaning, obviously. And would it be nice if I could do that? Yes. But I need like things that I do not have that I should have. Like I have to turn everything off in my studio to be able to run the heat press. Nothing else can be running because it's supposed to have its own dedicated breaker.
Uh-huh.
So like, I need a dedicated breaker for another heat press, and my sewing machines are supposed to be on their own breakers as well. Like now I have them modified so they're safe and everything. Like we're safe, but like things that I would need in a space that like if you get your lease written correctly, they have to provide and you don't have to pay for.
Right? Yeah. Or just, I mean, maybe it's time you guys go get a house. Maybe it's time to be a house owner.
I do want a house, but I don't want my business in my house because then I will be buying a house for my business, not for me.
I understand that too. I understand.
Because I would need also with the price of houses right now, like, no, I would never be able to afford the down payment.
Okay. Oddly enough, so this is my desk at my old house. Oddly enough, I'm kind of looking at that right now too. Kind of looks like that. It's a bit of a disaster. Oh my gosh, this is, you know what? You guys know where it is, where you just like, it's driving you crazy that you can't find something. That's where I am. It's like, I'm deep in it now. So you're just going to have to be patient with me. I get it. Some of you are going to be like, I'm done. I don't want to stay around anymore. I understand, but I will let you know that I would love to have you here. Oh my gosh. This is driving me. Oh, here's a cute picture. From it was like one picture from the pajama party. That's Nadia. You guys know Nadia.
I know Nadia.
I love her. There are so many just delightful, wonderful people in this community. I just love them so much. All right, I just am obviously not going to find it. And it was a great picture. I was sitting at my desk and it was like, it was a picture of what I was seeing out there. It was a picture of what I was seeing, and it was just a hot mess. And I was like, wow, look at where I was and where we are now. And then I look around here right now and it's a hot mess, you know. Look at this.
It's probably not. Your idea of a hot mess and most people's idea of a hot mess are very different things, Marley Bird.
Do you see what that is? Do you know what that is?
Is that the beginning of the Chic Sheep blanket? No, yeah. That's Larry.
That's Larry. That was the start of Larry. I
crocheted that for you, but she's a rock star.
Her name is Pam, and she is a rock star. And those are so many ends, you guys.
And then Anne taught us how to weave them in.
Yes, thank God.
And like literally, that was in my hotel room, spread across one of our beds in our hotel room, and I had 6 people weaving in ends for that to go in there.
Best way to use your Air and Lane bag when you're on a plane and you forget your plane pillow.
Yep.
Right there. You want to use that? You can use that for an ad if you want. Here, I will send it to you.
Thank you.
I love that fabric, by the way. And we could totally still use that because that's still my bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That one, like, I think I have the file for that one. I found a smidge of that fabric the other day, but then I couldn't find it again.
Really? That's really, I love that fabric.
I do
We should make some more Marley and Lindsay fabrics. That would be cute.
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to find this. This is driving me insane. I'm finding a bunch of other things that I'm just like, oh, did I publish that? Oh, did I publish that? Oh, that's just my life, y'all. You know what else is I do like a, what is it where you share your stuff? Apple share, like family share or something. Here's something else. Look at that. I'm on a plane.
You know, that is actually, okay, so the snap tab on the bag was actually a customer request. At the yarn shop that I go to, they became our little like focus group. And somebody was like, I'm going on a long trip and I would love to be able to like hang my bag from that little like tab in the back. And I was like, oh yeah, I think that's a really smart idea. I wonder if I could make that happen. And that's where the snap tab came from.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Suggestion. Yeah.
That's way awesome. This is me going to Joann's to try and get them to put my yarn in their store. And they had told me, that was me getting my toes. They had told me that they were going to do it. And then things happened. So they only put it in, you guys know, 100 stores. That was like a bike that you could walk or ride around the Joann campus.
That's
cool. Like Joann home office is what that is. So they told me they were going to put it in all the stores, and they only put it in 100 stores. Their 100 top stores. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. It is what it is. All is well. I'm totally not going to find this, you guys. It's just not going to happen because I have no idea.
Well, when you find it, we can talk about it tomorrow too if you want.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I have a video from the pajama party.
How is
it's that? Of you and Alora dancing. I must have did it incognito.
Definitely.
Yeah, because there are no pictures. Look at this. I didn't even know this existed.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I know where that is too. That was in Stitches Midwest in 2018. God, look how thin I am.
2017.
2017?
2017.
Look at my beautiful friends.
Time flies when you're having fun. I didn't even know that picture existed. Where were we?
We were at a Mexican restaurant. Because that was when I had just met Jean, and I was like, hey, I'm going out to dinner with Marley Bird and some friends. You want to come? And she was like, sure. And then
Alora was there with us
came out of that very quickly thereafter.
Yeah, Alora was there too.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Look at that. There's Anne.
And I miss
I must have been taking all sorts of pictures. Oh, there's Patty.
Oh my goodness. Can I just talk about how much I love that Patty Lyons is like got a beef with the late night talk show? I can't
Seth Meyers.
Yeah. Seth Meyers. And like he's inviting her to the show to talk about like I am living for this.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's really okay. I'm literally done looking. I don't know where it is. We're done. We're done looking. All right. Maybe it's because I'm on the tablet. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, some people everyone said smash that like button, and we're up to 99, and somebody said they're only seeing 33, and someone suggested that she refresh, and she's like, I'm afraid I'll lose the stream.
Oh yeah, I get that. Okay, here I can come over here. I'll do a refresh on mine. Not on this. Like I'm going to YouTube doing a refresh. Maybe now it's like seizing up on me. It doesn't want to do anything. It says 103. We're at 103 likes, 2 dislikes. We got 2 dislikes, 2 haters.
No, mine doesn't say any dislikes. Mine says 105 likes.
Because YouTube started hiding those from the public. Oh. So you see them on your end, but they hide them from the public. So like we have 2 dislikes from today, 3 from yesterday, 1 from the wine glass day, 2 from the other day, 4 from the day with the sock workshop as the holiday armadillo. 2 from the day when it was my dual cable mitts, 2 from the day prior to that, none from the day prior to that, 3, 5 from one of the days, 5 from one of the days. Oh, you guys are great. 4, 3. But here's the good thing. 4. So some of these, I'm talking 4. Here's 6. 6 from the day that we got this. Really? But there's also 211 from that day. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever. We're still at 97%. But still, you're just like, what is there not to like? It has to be that they don't like us chatting.
That's got to be it.
That's got to be what it is. Is that
so, Marley, somebody's asking for the name of your glasses because they're so cute. So I feel like you need to share that with her.
Okay, so they're Ray-Bans. I have no idea the name. They're Ray-Bans.
That's what mine are.
I love these. They are just really, they might be even guys' glasses. I have a very wide face. They feel so good.
Mine are guys' glasses.
I love these. I was wearing these all day yesterday. My fish ones, they're called Fish. They're the blue ones because I'm trying to wear them all to give them all the chance, right? To make sure everything's right. So I was wearing these all day yesterday, and my eyes didn't hurt. Everything's good. They do need to be a little bit tightened, but every time I put these ones on, I'm like, yeah, I am totally in love with these. Like totally in love with these.
Okay, Marley, do you want to hear something super exciting?
Yes.
All the zippers are put on this product. This was full when I started.
Yay! Yay! That's good.
exciting.
You guys are gonna love that product. It's one of my favorites. It's seriously.
I know.
I would like a couple of those, please.
Okay.
Just saying. All right. So I think everybody's probably like totally over us just talking.
Well, I need to get to work because I have fabric to cut because of the whole I didn't do math right twice or three. I don't know, but I need to. Oh God, my glasses are filthy.
I gotta go try and get my nails done because I want to do a video tutorial for a scarf that is a very easy motif to do for it's a join as you go, very easy motif for it's a scarf, shawl, wrap, whatever you want to call it, using unforgettable yarn that Robin wants me to try and get out before New Year's Eve. So that way if people wanted to make something like the week after Christmas, they're like, I just want to make something for me that's really nice and the colors are pretty. So I gotta have my nails done really nice and pretty. I could show you a picture of that one real quick because I think I have that and it's super cute. Give me just 1 second.
Oh, it's like HD.
What'd you say? It's like
when I clean my glasses, because I don't think of it, and then when I clean them, I'm like, look at the world.
That's so I know.
I do it to Dave. I'll be looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God, give me your glasses. I will wash them with soap. I will wash them, and then I put them back on. He's like, because he's been wearing glasses since he was 5. He doesn't. And so he just doesn't see it anymore, I guess. And so I'll clean his glasses and he's like, I should do this more often. I'm like, yes, you should.
Yeah, you guys know that I showed you this before. I have Screen Cleaner, which is for your computer, but I use this to clean my glasses. I'm always using it because it comes with a little squeegee thing inside and it works great. I use it to clean my glasses all the time. All right, hold on. I got to find this picture so I can show you because it's cute. Just let me think of what I saved it under so I can remember. I hate when I do that because it's a photo shoot I did with my friend Tara. You guys know my best friend Tara, and then my I keep wanting to call him my teammate, but my athlete John that I absolutely adore.
He's such a sweetheart.
He is just delightful. He's just the cutest little guy. And I say cute, not like I'm attracted to him cute. He's just as you would say, oh, that guy's just cute,
Yeah, I know.
And he's attractive. I mean, he's attractive. I'm not saying he's not attractive. I'm going to shut up here because I'm just not helping myself.
Yay, Anita got her Marley bag. Yay.
Oh, good. Good. All right, hold on. I hate when I label things photo shoot because everything is labeled photo shoots. Photo shoot Tara and Greg at Fiesta, Mitts, photo shoot December, photo shoot dummies, photo shoot collage. Oh, where did I put it, y'all? I have to have it here somewhere. Seriously, is this really what's happening? Is this happening to me right now? I'm going to do this.
I don't know.
Just give me a second. I'm going to.
So while she's looking for that, has anybody made anything from the 24 Days of Quickies? If so, what is your favorite thing you've made so far? What's your favorite thing?
That's a good question.
Look at me using my teaching skills.
I know. Look at you. So I found it on Tara. I just haven't found it on him. Oh, here we are. So these are not, the hard part here is these are unedited video or pictures. So
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's just not edited. I hate that. Hold on.
The gnome tissue holder. Yes.
So that's John. He's wearing the scarf. It's a great scarf. Cowl, wrap, whatever you want to say. He's just so cute, man. He just cracks me up. He's just the nicest guy. Again, these are unedited.
Oh, Donna just finished a sweater. Congratulations, Donna. 15 pair of mitten tree ornaments. Michelle, killing it. Go, girl.
Wow. That's a big deal.
Oh, Kim got her Larry 2 for bag. I'm glad you love it, Kim. We do love Larry.
Let me try this. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe I don't know what picture that's on. So I'm just gonna scroll through like this.
He's such an adorable human.
He is just great. But it's a long rectangle. Did I skip something? Like some of these are so bad. I have better pictures. I just don't know.
I remember when I was there and he came and helped us move all those books. Thank God you have a team of track people to move books.
Oh, I know.
Because I did not want to. He was like, I don't want to offend your friend, coach. I'm like, no, kiddo, you're good.
He's delightful.
He's such a sweetie.
So that's Tara and John together. They're just the best. Anyways, okay. So that scarf, I will have better pictures. But that's the one that she was talking about, trying to have it be for like a New Year's Eve thing. Or not New Year's Eve, but around that week. And I'm like, well, it's not a bad idea. Are you guys interested in that at all? Like, I'm just curious. I think it does.
Like, most people don't. I mean, like, even if you're going to work for that week, you're not accomplishing anything because nobody's doing anything. We're just waiting for the new year.
No, nobody's doing a thing.
Oh no, Jose's glasses broke. I am so sorry.
Oh no. All right, so I did a
so we've got a couple pot holders, a couple people who've made pot holders. We've got people who've made the Tunisian fusion beanie.
Look how cute he is.
Look at that. What a cutie.
I can't play it. We did all these like, what are those called? Boomerangs?
Yeah.
He's just adorable. And
he really is. That one's really good.
It's like throwing it at me. I don't know what Tara was doing. He's just a fun dude. I think that one's cute.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, really, dude? He's a couple fun ones. Oh, that one's fun.
These are great. You're so good at all of this. I need to learn from you. I need to be better.
Whatever. I try.
I got to go downstairs and have my husband make a couple of reels so that we can post those over the next couple of days.
I like this one, not that one.
That one's super cute.
That's fun. Yay! We just have a good time. I don't know. We try and take pictures, then I try and remember. I mean, look at this. Tell me if you were a teenage little girl, you'd be like, dude, who's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just the nicest kid. Okay, hold on. You ready?
Uh-huh.
You see that little wink?
Yep, that little wink. He's got it going on. Wink.
He's just adorable. Like the other day of practice, I'm like, come here, John. Okay, go. She just got to walk. Like, he's 6'7", y'all. He's not a tiny guy.
No.
He's
a big dude.
So we have this drill. I told you the whole story about the touch thing, right? So we have this drill. This sounds terrible. And those of you who don't know, this is nothing dirty, nothing like that. But I asked him if I could touch him before I put my hand on his waist. And I'm like, so here's the drill. I need you to shift your weight and your hip this way. I said, so essentially your hip and your legs, push them against my hip. So my hand's over here. So he's over here, right? So my hand's on the other side of him. So I'm just like push. So I'm showing him how to push so that he can feel it. And his hip, when I say push it on my hip, he's so much taller. He's like pushing on my ribs, right? And I'm like, okay, John. Like he goes, oh, I feel it, coach. Like I understand. Cause then he got it and he whipped around the ring. He's like, oh, that's powerful. I'm like, I know it is. Anyways, I'm sorry. I am just I feel like I'm that mom trying to show you pictures that none of you really care about. I'm so sorry. This is just where we are. Okay. I'm going to let everybody go. Go have a wonderful day. I'm going to go get my nails done, go get my medicine. And Carla, he does not model professionally, but he does model for me. I agree. He should model out there. Okay. We didn't appreciate my shiny pink pants today. You guys ready? Boom!
Shiny! Are those Athleta too?
So shiny. What?
Are those Athleta?
Yes. I feel like a walking Christmas tree. Like
I love it.
It's great. Anyways, I love my shiny pink pants. All right, I'm out of here as I scoot back up All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.